The Academic and Professional Bridging Program for Internationally Educated Teachers at the Faculty of Education, University of Manitoba, offers 3 pathways for internationally educated teachers. Which pathway is taken depends upon your assessment from Manitoba Professional Certification Branch. IETs who need a full-time program can join the IET pilot program, where they will have coursework, practicum, and workshops with other BEd students. If the internationally educated teacher only needs a few courses and is permanently or provisionally certified, they should consider the IET Mentorship Initiative, which involves no academic coursework. The third path is for internationally educated teachers whose assessment says they need more than 30 credit hours of university work, and they can apply to the Bachelor of Education program.
I act as coordinator for the Internationally Educated Teachers Pilot Program here in the Faculty of Education at the University of Manitoba. And in my role as coordinator, I have been involved in designing and implementing a 16-month pilot project. And I'll just explain a little bit about the components involved in the program. We work with internationally educated teachers, and internationally educated teachers are individuals who have teaching qualifications and in most cases teaching experience from other countries. And upon arriving in Manitoba, they are told by our Manitoba Teaching Certification Branch in the province that they require additional university coursework to be certified to teach in the province. And so this is where the IET pilot program comes in. We offer the additional university coursework that IETs require for Manitoba certification. We offer an introduction to the Manitoba curriculum. We provide practicum placements in local schools with experienced mentor teachers. And we offer customized language support for those internationally educated teachers who need it. We have a complex range of individuals participating in the program. In this first pilot, we have seen 8 internationally educated teachers from 5 countries: Ukraine, Romania, Croatia, the Philippines, and India. And they have all presented with a range of backgrounds and experiences. We have an extremely talented group of teachers amongst our internationally educated teacher population. One of the common misconceptions about internationally educated teachers is that it's sometimes assumed because they have many years of teaching experience from their home countries that they don't really need to practice in schools here before taking up a position. We have actually found the practice teaching component to be essential for internationally educated teachers. It's essential because when school divisions and principals are looking to hire teachers, they want recent and local experience on those resumes. It's also been crucial for our internationally educated teachers to build networks and capacities, learn about the culture of teaching firsthand by working with parents, with mentor teachers, and with children in K-12 classrooms. So we found this to be a very essential piece.
Hello, my name is Leanne Block, and I coordinate the Internationally Educated Teachers Program at the Faculty of Education, University of Manitoba. I want to tell you about one aspect of the program, the Mentorship Initiative. The Mentorship Initiative is directed towards internationally educated teachers who are provisionally or permanently certified by the Manitoba government. These teachers want to teach in Manitoba. They may need a few more university credits, or they may need to build up their understanding of the culture of Manitoba schools, and the initiative provides them with opportunities to do that. They are individually mentored by 2 experienced Manitoba educators. They also have group workshops where they learn about educational issues and employment skills. And finally, the mentors are working on an ongoing basis to advocate for the place of these internationally educated teachers in Manitoba schools.
Without even having any family or relation, I think this program has made us have a big family of friends. And I'm very grateful to Rosanna and Clea especially, even though like probably they are younger to us in age, but they feel like our sister, like our mother, like our friends. Honestly, I'm very grateful.
In that sense, if we are bringing people into the province, and surely we need to be able to provide something for them which makes it possible for them to not only make their living here, but to thrive and live well here. My main interest, of course, has always been the children. What happens with the children, and this is the most important agenda for me of the IET program. Our children are growing up in a world that is more and more global, where they will be meeting people from other communities and other people from around the world, wherever they travel, even if they travel in their own neighborhoods. And this is true as much in northern and rural Manitoba as it is in the urban areas of Manitoba. These children need to feel safe, feel comfortable, need to be able to learn from people who have something special and unique and different to bring to their lives. They need to learn how to understand the importance of diversity and variety of people, and those people living together and working together to make the world a better place. They need to see people in positions of authority in relation to them from other cultures, right? This is a kind of education that really becomes important in a world that in some ways is getting a lot smaller, but is still lived at a local level, right? Where the local level becomes, you know, more complex, more diverse, and so on. So they need to see teachers from other parts of the world, people who look differently from them, who think differently from them, who talk differently from them, and they need to respect those people, learn to respect those people, and need to care for those people, but also for the children and the young people who are in their classes. It's that kind of a world.
The face of Canada is changing, so it's really critical that our classrooms then reflect those we have in this society and in our classrooms.
I can tell you a lot about that because I came to Canada as an immigrant as well. But I must admit that the challenges that some of the folks that we're working with face are much more complex. First of all, we have the whole notion of people who have taught in their own countries for many years, people who have had very high qualifications, some of them with more than one degree and at a high level. And these people come to find out that they don't actually meet the certification requirements in Manitoba or in Canada. Now that could be quite a devastating thing for people who have been established in their careers in their own countries. Now the best thing to do with that is, of course, to do what you're doing here, and that is to help them get through those hoops and to actually become certified. While in the beginning it might seem to them to be something that's not respectful of where they come from, what I heard, for example, just this morning from some of the students was they consider themselves absolutely blessed to be in this program, because they said, while in the beginning we thought that why shouldn't we certified immediately, they said there's so much to learn about a new system, so much to learn about a new country, that this program gives them a wonderful opportunity to get all that orientation and learning under their belt, while at the same time making a contribution, and that they would feel very much more comfortable than they otherwise would have if they hadn't gone through this program. So I think that's really, you know, a very important issue. As far as the orientation is concerned, anybody going into a new country is going to face all kinds of challenges. I know, for example, that when I first encountered Canadian teenagers, it was like encountering a new species. And I had a lot of things to be educated about. So just a simple example. The other part of it was there are many things that the children know about that I didn't know about Canadian culture, and you know, simple things like playing baseball and all these various cultural things that they knew and I didn't. It was important for me to learn that. I was able to learn along with them, But sometimes there's such a huge difference between coming from one culture and stepping into another that there needs to be a period during which you really learn and teach about those things in order to make the adjustment. So that is another challenge. A third thing I would think is that when people come from another country well qualified and they were well respected in their own countries, it's not unreasonable for them to expect that they will be hired for jobs in this country, that they will be accorded the equal respect, etc. However, for them to be comfortable in that situation, there are some things that need to happen. And those are the things that are happening in this program, which makes them very much more qualified and comfortable with working in this system.
So I feel this program is very essential because it's going to give us exactly what we need as newcomers, and at the same time, people who are working with us to know what our capabilities are. Otherwise, like we feel, oh, we've been to school, yes, we've done, and we can do it. No, that's not the end, I feel. I think the people who are going to be hiring, if in future, whatever, they need to know that what is our potential, our capability, and I think through this program, it's become possible and easy for both sides.
I liken this program. It's analogous to a sports team that is successful. You have the players that get all the spotlight, but in the background are the managers and the trainers and the coaches and the people who sell popcorn in the stands. And that's true for the IET program, I think. I think there's a wonderful network of support, even in its first year and its pilot effort, that has developed a support network that is empowering to our IET teachers. And I think that with that, as it continues and it evolves into something bigger, I think that it'll be even more successful.
We were very desirous of having a wonderful and authentic experience for our IET cohort, both inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. Yes, being in a Manitoba classroom in a Manitoba school and what that experience is, but also the whole range of experiences which classroom teachers have with in their teaching situations, which we wanted to give IE teachers as well. I'm speaking about things like multi-age groupings, about things like inclusive classrooms with high special needs, about EAL learners, about bilingual and immersion programming, about shadowing a school administration, which are experiences that I believe added to the richness of the IET experience.
But I think where the gap lies is we set up a kind of expectation for these students. And I think what the reality showed with the first cohort is that the jobs weren't there for them. And that has to change. And that can only change if we get those who make the decisions to do the hiring to make a commitment to this program and to the hiring of these IETs, all things being equal. And I saw some excellent candidates. Those individuals ought to have been hired. And so there isn't that commitment. We need to get those policy and decision makers at the table committed, not just by saying, yeah, we'll take them into our system and they're going to be committed, but they need to make a commitment and demonstrate that commitment through the hiring of these folks at the end of this process.